Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this video guide here is going to go over farming softwood logs in Snowden Drifts. So, a little bit about this farming location initially is I chose softwood logs because they have a very high sell price versus selling other crafting materials. Softwood logs are one of the most valuable logs and easiest to farm, thus making them quite lucrative if you decide to farm them and sell them, or if you're just, gathering them up to use them on your own or something like that, you'll wind up saving a lot of money. Each softwood log sells for about 33 copper to 37 copper on average, which is about 1 silver per sapling that you're going to be looting. It's definitely math worth keeping in mind because 1 silver per one of these saplings is actually very, very good money. At max level, that's like one omnom berry, if they're actually going for 1 silver again, or 1 Orion truffle or something like that. So it is equal to what you would be getting at max level from farming max level zones, thus making this a very, very good farm. So, a few tips that I can give you for farming softwood logs is stay in open areas. Obviously, you're going to find more trees in open areas. You're not going to find a bunch of trees, in a cave or, in a mountainy, rocky area. So stay out in the open if you can. Stay to fields and stuff like that. Once you get acquainted with where the trees spawn, and you know where they spawn and know what to look for pretty much, you're going to be able to find these a lot faster and start, busting down these items and getting what you want much, much faster, which will thus make you much, much more golden hour versus, running around clueless pretty much. There is no exact route I can give you for these zones or even for this zone or for gathering pretty much all together because nodes change where they spawn with each reset. And that makes it very hard to, plan out an exact route. But the main thing I can tell you is follow the nodes. Like if you see 3 trees going in one direction and 1 tree going in the other direction, obviously follow the 3 trees. You will have time to backtrack if you'd like to, but if you're the kind of person that likes just go, 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 just follow the nodes. Follow the things that you see the most of and only backtrack for something that would be very valuable. Otherwise, like an herb sprouts or like a mature herb node or, something like that, which can contain an item that sells for a couple silver a piece, aka like chili peppers or something like that. Also, one of the other things that I can tell you is pick up herbs like I just mentioned. The herb nodes have stuff like oregano, bay leaves, thyme. Also, if you're in Diasa Plateau, which is another place you can farm softwood logs, they have a chance of containing chili peppers, which can sell for quite a bit. And also, all cooking nodes, everything that can be harvested with a sickle, has a chance of containing an unidentified dye in it. And what these unidentified dyes do is sell for 20 silver a piece on the auction house. You really can't go wrong with an item that sells for 20 silver a piece on the auction house. That's just a great amount. So definitely be sure to grab all of them. Also, as far as like iron and silver goes, you will see quite a bit of it out here. You can grab it sometimes. I grab it sometimes just so it doesn't feel left out when you're running by it and you're not gathering a whole bunch of it. But it's up to you whether or not how often you would like to gather them. I usually gather maybe like 1 in 3, 1 in 4 veins that I see, and it depends on how frequent they are and stuff like that. Towards the end of this video, I actually gathered a rich iron vein, which of course I just can't pass up on a rich iron vein. That would just be crazy. But I gather, like I said, it depends entirely on the situation and depending on how much of it I need. Like right now, I actually need iron ore so I can make iron ingots and level up armor smithing on an alt. That way I can get some extra, an extra boost of XP. So right now, softwood logs are currently going for about 43 copper a piece. At least, at night they are. Which, as I explained with my other guides, you're going to want to set up your items to sell at night. That's like the most important part of selling these items because more people are going to be buying these items at night, therefore prices will be higher at night. So once you figure out and learn what the prices are for your items, make sure you list them at that rather than listing it at, match the lowest seller. Because the lowest seller can go down to like 31 copper per softwood log, but if you know every single night that they go up to like 43 copper, why not list it at that? So that's definitely something you want to keep in mind. As far as a few of the nodes that you're going to be finding out here, let me give you like a quick little price amount. Softwood logs are going to be about 75 copper to 1 silver per node that you come across. Iron ore is going to be about 25 copper per node that you come across. Silver ore, once again, 25 copper. Herb sprouts are going to be about 75 copper per node you come across. Really depends on what they contain. You know, they could contain stuff like oregano, which will be 60 copper. Bay leaf, which will be like 60 copper as well. Or they can contain stuff like 5 black peppercorns, which will be, I think, like 30 copper. And, you know, it really varies based on these. These I can't give you a solid amount, but they're worth looting just in case, you know, you get unidentified dye, or just to save these, because these are more uncommon cooking materials, I guess you could call them. And you might need them for, you know, leveling and all, or something like that, or leveling through cooking. So definitely you might want to hang on to those and, you know, just cross your fingers and hope you get unidentified dyes, because those are the big money makers. So the reasons I chose Snowden Drifts versus farming in other like level 15 to 25 plus zones is because there's tons of animals to kill while you're farming here. And that's a great reason to farm here, because if you kill like a bear that jumps on you while you're trying to loot a sapling, he might drop a fine crafting material that you'll be able to use, such as like a small claw or something like that. There's tons of just nodes out here. Iron ore, silver ore, you got like tap roots, stuff like that. You got tons of nodes out here that you're going to be able to gather from. Chances are you're going to burn through at least 100 use logging axe, 100 use mining pick, and maybe at least 20 to 35 uses of a sickle each time you come out here and you farm this entire zone. You know, the up and down, whichever farming route you do, you should expect to burn through quite a bit of the you know, like items / stuff that you're going to have. Another reason I enjoy farming this zone so much is because it's so easy. A lot of the mobs here are neutral, and a lot of the mobs here have like a far aggro distance. A lot of the mobs here are extremely squishy and easy to kill. They have virtually no armor whatsoever. You can beat the crap out of them within just a few hits. And all of that piled together is makes it an overall like pleasurable farming experience. Now, as aforementioned, I gave you a lot of information about softwood logs, but let's take a bigger look into this. Why softwood logs? Why do you want these versus any other logs? Because these logs are useful for people who are leveling up their professions early on. Softwood logs are a big use, you know, for a lot of professions. And also in Snowden Drifts, depending on what part of the zone you're in, you're also going to get green wood logs, or have a chance to at least. And these will be about 20 copper for each node that you come across. You're also going to be getting onions, which are pretty much valueless. Just they have a chance of containing unidentified dye within them as well. Overall, I'd say from farming this zone, you're going to be getting about 45 to 55 silver an hour. Although that won't exactly be 1 hour long farming here. Remember that it takes an hour for these gatherables to respawn. Therefore, you're going to have a little bit of downtime in between farming this zone and actually, you know, re-farming it after stuff starts to respawn. So it'll take you about 20 to 25 minutes to do this entire zone, and the profit will be about 45 to 55 silver from doing the entire zone. If you have any further questions, please feel free to post them in the comments of this video. I'll do my best to answer them as quickly and as helpfully as possible. If you did enjoy this video, like, comment, and subscribe to me for future Guild Wars 2 and gaming videos. Aside from that, guys, there's really nothing else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, once again, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know. And, as always, stick around for future Guild Wars 2 videos. I'll see you guys around.